Did you know that the hunter from Bloodborne is non-binary? Not necessarily the one you play as, they're whatever gender you want them to be, but the default hunter, the one from the box art, that's a queer icon, baby. It's not super well known, even among the fanbase, but Bloodborne actually has some officially licensed comics. They were published by Titan in 2018, and while their canon status is a little dubious, they're all at least plausible. Bare minimum, From Software and Sony have never made a statement about it, at least as far as I can tell. Either way, while I recommend all four, the comic in question today is Bloodborne: The Death of Sleep, which follows what seems to be the box art hunter. They use all the same equipment, are framed in very similar ways, and are even in the position of the player. This is a hunter who, like us, woke up in Yharnam after a blood transfusion, was told to discover pale blood, and now finds that every time they die, they wake up in the hunter's dream with Gehrman and the doll, ready to make another run at surviving the night. Anyway, I'm going to avoid spoilers because Death of Sleep is worth reading yourself, and because they wouldn't really be relevant anyway, but at one point, our protagonist is treated by Yosefka at her clinic, the same one you wake up at the beginning of the game. If you played Bloodborne, what you're probably expecting doesn't happen, but one of the things that does is this interaction. I'll read it for you. Oh dear hunter, I apologize for my medical curiosity. I have partially undressed you to make sense of your wounds, and heal them. You will be very well soon. I have given you some of the best blood from the library. What are you? A man? A woman? With you, I can never tell. I am a hunter. Hello, Yosefka. Now, within the context of the comic, this scene isn't exactly the coming out story it seems like in a vacuum. Death of Sleep is largely about the hunter losing their sense of self as they endlessly die and regenerate. What this page seems to be getting at is not this character is non-binary. Instead, it's about how their identity has so completely collapsed that they can no longer name their own gender. I'll leave it up to actual non-binary people to decide if they claim that, but technically, this is the closest thing to a canon gender we have for the box art hunter, and it's of something outside the traditional binary. I'll fucking take it.